Hey there folks, welcome to Story of Moz. As you saw in the last episode, the company had made me redundant and gave me a payout, so I had to basically move on and seek other experience and new pastures. So come along on my journey to episode 7, Moz Moves On.
Let me tell you a story about a man named Moz. When the time came he had to move on. The company said there's somewhere else you have to be. The company's in trouble, so we'll give you redundancy. Payout, that is. Broaden your experience in copper, lead, zinc.
So there you have it. Before I'd finished up, I'd secured another job with this other mining operation located near the Australian capital of all places. So Mrs. Moz and I moved down there and started making ourselves a new life. We moved, it would have been the middle of winter when we did, and man, it's cold in the highlands of New South Wales, I'll tell you. Remember the frosts in that place, wow, they lasted probably about 7 months of the year, each day. It was cold. I mean, I'd have my work car down there, parked in the driveway of the house we bought. And you know, I got sick of scraping ice off the windscreen, so I decided hey, the best way to do it is just on the night before put a towel over the windscreen, and that worked pretty well, because in the morning all I had to do was take off the towel from the car's windscreen and actually lean it up against the house, because it was frozen solid, and then head off to work. Well, certainly I did quite a number of garden hoses while I was there, because they would freeze up, and I'd come in with the car and run straight over them and hear a bit of a crack and grind and think, oh, there's another hose broken or split. Anyway, that's another time. As you can see behind me, that's the mining operation that I moved to. It was a great place, great people, and experience to be had. There was 2 plants. There was the main plant, which produced or treated copper, lead and zinc ore, and then they just finished building the tailings retreatment plant, which was basically treating the oldest of the tailings to produce a zinc concentrate, and that zinc concentrate was blended with the main plant concentrate and sold. You know, we've got a little bit of value out of the tailings as well. You probably see some photos here, the tailings areas, so just to see what I'm talking about. And being cold as well in winter, I recall going out there with my boss one particular morning. We sort of headed out to the dam to have a bit of a look, and while we'll have a look across this dam, I thought, oh look, I'll just go and skip a rock across the water of the tailings dam. So I found a flat rock, roundish sort of good skipping type rock, and away I went, flicked it across, and instead of skipping, it hit that water and just slid. It slid across the water until it found a thin spot and then dropped in. That's how cold it was. She was frozen. So yeah, but yeah, look, the place looked after its people. I really enjoyed working there and building my experience, and as it turned out, I started there as the plant metallurgist, and for about 2 and a bit years. And in the last year I was there, I'd applied for, because it became vacant, and got the position of senior metallurgist for the site. So there's the start of the progress to my career. While I was working there as the senior metallurgist, I presented a paper on the operation at a mill operators conference. It was at Roxby Downs in South Australia. First time I've ever presented a paper at all, so yeah, it was pretty daunting, but I managed to get through it reasonably well, I thought. And that sort of got me known in the industry. I mention that because while I was there, towards my end of my stay there, I'd heard about a new operation starting up in North Queensland. The plant was being built. It was a copper mine and processing plant. I hadn't really given it a thought. I was quite content with what I was doing. And then I was approached by a headhunter. Well, not this sort of a headhunter, but a recruiting firm, and asked if I was interested in having a look at this place. So I thought, yep, look, sounds great. Still being constructed. Be really great to get into commissioning and of a new operation. So yeah, I went up there, flew up. I think it was actually over Easter weekend, which was a 4-day weekend. So they flew me up there, flew into site because it was a fly-in, fly-out operation out of Townsville. Here's some photos coming up now of the site under construction. I was very impressed with the people that were there already. So yeah, look, I thought I'd give that a shot and build my experience. So I accepted the position because it was offered. So there you go. And decided to move on. We knew at that stage that the place I was at had about 12 months of life left in it. This was the one I was working at. So I think it was timely that I'd moved on. And as a matter of fact, even after I'd left, about 12 months after I left, yes, the place had shut down, it was out of order, etc. That's the way it goes. It is what it is, so to speak. So anyway, so I started with this fly-in, fly-out operation out of Townsville. Moved the family up there. By that stage, I've got 2 boys. One was born at the Royal Canberra Hospital in October '91. He was one of the last babies born there, because the hospital was actually shut in November the following month, sorry. So yeah, I mean, while my wife was in the theatre, he was born via caesarean section. While he was in the theatre, I was standing on the ward, looking out the window, watching them move furniture out the front door, and keeping a close eye on that because I wanted to make sure there wasn't a baby in amongst all them going out. So there you go. So anyway, we moved up to Townsville. I thought, wow, this is different, really exciting. Actually flying to work and home again. So the roster I was involved with was 9 days on site and 5 days at home. And I thought it was a big thrill to fly out there. But, you know, after about 2 months of this, it was like getting on a bus. Just get on a bus and bus out to work, and 9 days later get on a bus and bus home again. So, you know, although thrilling at first, it became fairly monotonous. As I said, it was a great place. We got there, we commissioned a brand new copper flotation plant with a gold leaching plant to one side. Had some good times there with people. Broaden my experience. Hadn't anything to do with gold before. So I remember the first gold bar we produced. We're still working out all the hicks and bits and pieces of the process. But the first gold bar we produced and poured actually turned out pink and hard as a rock. It was basically 80% copper with about 20% gold in it. So, but we refined the process from there. The next one was a hell of a lot better. So there, that's just a learning experience. I was only there for about a year and a half, I think it was. Really wasn't. I was liking the place, but wasn't really liking the fly in, fly out. I'd rather be home with the family of an evening. So an opportunity came along to move on. So, and I need to say that at that operation I was the metallurgical team leader. But there came a position as a metallurgical superintendent with another operation way down south. But that's the next episode. So there you have it. Look, I've moved on from there and hey, headed south. And I hope you join me in episode 8 where I talk about my experience moving south. So till then, cheers.